Hang on, now we're recording. It's official. We are officially recording now. So like I just said, if you guys have questions, I can unmute you. Just type in the chat box if you have a question. If you prefer to not ask it on the phone, then you can type it in the chat box. But I do just want to welcome you all on here. First of all, I didn't even say that. Sorry, we've been talking about peeing and pooping and weather and all that good stuff. So thanks everyone for coming on. I'm excited to see some of our members on the team on here and some new people here too. And I'm happy to answer as many questions as you guys have. Freaking grill me. Ask me anything you want to ask. I think you guys probably know this from being in our Coaching at a Glance group, that I freaking love what I do and I have no shame in sharing it with the world. However, I used to because I was afraid of what people would think of me. But then when I learned how life-changing this was, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go tell everybody. So I want you guys to all feel comfortable. I want you to not have any fears about this because I was there. Like I had so many fears in the beginning, so many questions. So that's why I wanted to open this up to everybody so that we could all kind of get together and hang out and just talk about things. Because I know there's a lot to think about when you're thinking about making a decision like this. I fully understand. So I'm going to just open it up right away with the first question, which came from Sandy. Can you guys all see the questions that come up in the chat box? Everyone can see that, right? Oh yeah, if it says to all, okay, duh. So yes, I'm telling you guys, I'm not the most technologically savvy person. So Sandy says, my questions are, what are the financial obligations to be a coach? Do you have to order Shakeology each month? And then she said, how do you create a page? How many people do you have to get to buy from you as a coach? So I will answer your first two questions first because they kind of go together. So the financial obligations of being a coach on a monthly basis. So number one, all we have to do is pay a $15.95 monthly membership fee. I'm not eloquent when I explain stuff and I'm scatterbrained, as most of you know, so just bear with me. We have a $15.95 monthly membership fee. That basically covers the cost of the websites that they give us, the I just totally blanked out, customer service because they do all that, and shipping and handling because they do all of that. That's not something that you absolutely have to pay. I mean, if you don't pay that, then I think they send you a warning after 30 days or 60 days or however long, saying that they'll suspend your coach account, but no one's going to sit there with a gun up to your head and be like, Sandy, you must pay your $15.95 fee or I'm going to shoot you. It's totally not that way. So there is that monthly membership fee. As far as being on Shakeology each month, that is also not a requirement. Most coaches on the team are on Shakeology every month because we love it so much. And I know you've had it before. And the cool thing is, as a coach, we get a 25% discount on it. So we pay a lot less for it. Some people on the team, though, because I know finances is something we all like to think about and we all like to follow a budget. One thing that you can do if you want to stay on Shakeology Home Direct each month is you can get the packets of Shakeology and you can actually use those to host your challenge group. So you would basically buy it yourself, but then you would resell it to your challengers. So they're basically paying you back. So you're earning back the cost of what you're spending. So that's definitely an option. But there's nowhere that says that there's a requirement that you have to stay on Shakeology. This probably won't make sense to you guys that aren't coaches yet, but I try to just explain this to people before they join and kind of try to make it make as much sense as I can. But basically, to be an active coach, you have to maintain 50 PV points a month. PV, P as in Paul, V as in volume. Well, it stands for personal volume. So Shakeology, for example, at our coaching discount, we get it for around 90 something bucks. So each month Shakeology has PV points of 90. So 50 PV would be something that costs less. So maybe around $40, $50 in product. Now that can actually come from a customer that orders on your website, or it can be from something that you purchase yourself. It doesn't matter. And you don't have to be an active coach. The only thing that being active does for you is once you are the first rank, which is Emerald, just to have 2 coaches, it's super easy. We'll teach you all how to do it, and I can talk about that in another question if you guys want to know more about that. Being active just affects your rank. So whenever you're Emerald, if you don't maintain active status, you will lose your Emerald rank. And the benefits of rank advancement is that's where Team Cycle bonus comes in. And I'll briefly explain what that is. That Team Cycle bonus is basically, we earn two ways. One, we earn based off of what our customers are getting, like from our challenge groups and stuff. And then two, we earn based off of what the whole entire team is earning. So not just people that you bring into the business, but anyone that signs up after you. And that's where the residual income really, really builds up with this kind of business. I mean, it's different for me each week. The higher the rank you are, the more Team Cycle bonus you will get. But I would say that that is about 75 to 85% of my income each week of what we get paid. So that's where the residual income really comes up. So to circle back around to what we were talking about, being an active coach only affects your rank, and the rank is just going to affect your Team Cycle bonus. So if you need to go inactive is what they call it, to where you don't have those 50 points each month, then that's the only thing that's going to affect. It's not going to really affect anything else. Did that all make sense? Because I know that was a lot of information, but I try to like to just put it out there so that you guys can know like all the details about it. Does that make sense, Sandy? You can just nod your head. Did it make sense to everyone else? Okay, cool. Like I said, I know that's a lot. I don't like to give you information overload, but I like to try to make as much sense as it possibly can. So your next question was, how do you create a page? When you say page, do you mean Facebook page, or do you mean like your website, or what do you mean? I should have asked you that a second ago. Website. So the Beachbody website, if you're talking about my blog that I have, like my Get Fit Jess blog, okay, that's not what you're talking about. A blog, you guys don't have to have a blog. I did not have a blog until like a year or so after doing this. There are plenty of people that don't have blogs at all. You do not have to have a blog to do this. So don't even worry about that right now. It's not anything you need to worry about in the beginning, and you don't ever have to have one. As far as your website goes, where your customers order, Beachbody gives that to us. They make it so easy for us. And when you join as a coach, we're going to send you a new coach checklist, and it tells you like step by step, like this is what you do to set up your website. It's so easy. Like if I can do it, literally like a 4-year-old could probably do it, because I am really not good at technology. So the website stuff is really, really easy to do. And what was I going to say? I was reading your question and thinking, whenever you guys join the team, we have, I call it Rock Your Biz Boot Camp, because I like these fancy, funny kind of names because I'm just wacky like that. So it's basically like a training that you go through in a Facebook group as a new coach, and it's just a video of me talking each day and breaking down step by step each day in a different lesson what you need to do to get started as a coach and how to be successful. And in that training, we show you how to set everything up. Your next question, did that all make sense, Sandy, before I move on to the next one? Okay. Then you said, how many people do you have to get to buy from you as a coach? There is no requirements that say that you have to get anyone to buy from you ever. You can, it's your business. You can work it however you want it. We all have different goals. I mean, some people start this and they want to, I want to quit my job like ASAP. Like, Jessica, help me do that. Some people join this and they just want to make $100 extra a month, like to go shopping with. I mean, we all have different goals. So as far as like how many customers you would have each month or whatever, those kind of goals are going to be goals that you make yourself. There's no one that's telling you, again, like with a gun to your head, like, Sandy, you must have 10 new customers a month or you're going to fail as a coach and we're going to suspend your account. Like, there's nothing like that. Did that kind of answer your question? I did want to throw one thing in there. I know a lot of people will start as a coach just to get, a discount on Shakeology, and maybe to even pay for the cost of their Shakeology each month. And that's totally fine. Like, some people are just discount coaches. They only do this for the discount, and that's totally cool. So to get the cost of your Shakeology covered each month, you would only have to have 3 people, 3 customers ordering Shakeology from you each month. So you're only having to either do that or help 3 new people a month with one of the challenge groups. It's actually like really, really simple to get the cost of your personal Shakeology covered. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I don't think most people realize that beforehand. See, I told you guys I have no problem talking. Did that bring up any more questions? Does anyone else have questions about what I just said? Or Sandy, did you have any other questions about anything that I just explained? Again, y'all feel free to type in the chat box, or, well, you can't talk because you're muted. So if you want me to unmute you, let me know and I will unmute you. I don't know if you guys can unmute yourselves or not. All right, guys, don't be shy. Do you want me to sing? Do you want me to go pee? Would that make everyone feel more comfortable? Okay, Allie said, what kind of training do you get? So, Allie, we have, like I said, we have a boot camp that I put together that teaches new coaches how to build their business step by step when they start this. So just to give you an idea of how it works, we have Rock Your Biz Bootcamp 1.0, and that's a 7-day training that is in a Facebook group. It's a private group on Facebook with just other coaches on the team. Excuse me. And I'll post on there daily with a different topic of exactly what you need to do to get started as a coach, how to host your first challenge group, how to talk to people about your challenge groups. I mean, how to earn. There's so many different things. So I basically just break it down. The video lesson each day is 5 to 10 minutes. There is one that's 30 minutes long, but it's only that one day, I promise. And then we kind of give you like a quick homework assignment to do each day, not because I like to be like, hey, you need to go do this. Like I'm a teacher, like go do it. Like, no, like it's not for my benefit. It's for your benefit, because it's kind of getting you to put in the action steps of what you need to do to host your first challenge group or start talking to people about it or build your website and stuff like that. So Rock Your Biz Bootcamp, that's how all the training is set up, is it's in that little private Facebook group with just the people on our team. It's a video of me each day with a quick little homework assignment. The first boot camp is 7 days. Our second one, we call it Rock Your Biz Bootcamp 2.0. That one is, I'm counting in my head, it was originally 14 days, but I think I added in a lesson or two. So it's kind of the same format. And then once you graduate those two, then there's a training. Usually when I do it, it's about a week long. So we'll teach you how to be an Emerald coach. And then after that, we have a 30-day training called Diamond Mastermind. And that's actually hosted with my mentor and sponsor, Lindsay Caterino. If you guys are friends with me on Facebook, you saw that I just went to Nashville last weekend for a training. She was the one in the picture with me. That's Lindsay, my sponsor. So she leads the Diamond Mastermind training. And Diamond is just one of the ranks as a coach, and so is Emerald. So we make sure that we help you step by step to be able to get to each of those ranks. I know Chelsea, I don't know if she's still on here right now, but Chelsea, there she is, one of my coaches. She's been doing the Diamond Mastermind training with Lindsay. And in a matter of like a few weeks, she's almost Diamond. And the benefit of being a Diamond coach, you guys, is like I was talking about earlier with the team cycle bonuses, the higher the rank you go, the more your team cycle bonus is going to be. Did that all make sense, Allie, as far as explaining the training? Oh, let me also throw in there too, whenever you guys become a coach, you're joining a team of people. So not only are you going to join with the person that, you know, invited you to this call, they will be your sponsor, but you're going to get all these people that are also on our team. We all work together. We all help each other. And we're like, as your sponsor, whoever your sponsor is, we will be with you every step of the way. You don't have to ever figure any of this out on your own. This is not the kind of business where I say, hey, Sandy, I'm just using you as an example because you're right there next to me in the screen. Hey, Sandy, here's your coaching business. Like, go have fun figuring out, like, peace out, talk to you later, like, whatever. Yeah, see you later. So it's totally not like that at all. We all work together to do this. And as many questions as you need to ask us, that's what we're here for. So Sandy also said, if my husband and I were both coaching, could we do this together, or is it the 1990? So you guys can both be coaches together. A lot of people, and this is a topic I don't want to talk too much about tonight because it would just be like completely information overload. But a lot of people will sign up their spouse or a family member as an additional coach account. They would still have to pay the $15.95 monthly fee. But basically, if you have a spouse or a family member as a coach account, like say you sign up and then you sign your husband up with under your coach account, when people order through him, then you're going to benefit from it on his account and your account. And that's how the Team Cycle bonus works. So a lot of people do that as well. And he can work that coaching account, but he doesn't have to. Like, it can just be an account just for the fact of being an account. There's this one coach, Tara Carr. She's been doing this for like 3-4 years maybe. She's like been in the top 10 of all Beachbody coaches and stuff. She signed up her husband's, she signed up an account with her husband's name. And I think, I'm just trying to remember in the video what it said, but basically he never actually worked that account, but because of the Team Cycle bonus and her signing him up in the beginning, they earned $3,000 a week just on the Team Cycle bonus. And he's not even doing anything. It's just because all the orders under that account are cycling and they're earning twice, if that makes sense. How do you get to the next rank with coaching? Is it by how many people? Yes. So the different ranks, they are all just based on how many people are on your team. So that, again, is something that we teach more about in the team training. And we also work together as well to, help each other reach those next ranks and really focus on, I really like to focus on teaching people how to share this opportunity in a way where we don't want to be icky salespeople. That's the last thing. I do not feel like I'm a salesperson. This is seriously just sharing a life-changing opportunity with people. So I really like to teach people how to do that in a way where it feels good, it feels natural, it feels like you're sharing it in a way that you really care about them, because that's what it's all about. Okay, these are good questions, you guys. You guys are probably on info overload right now, confused as all get out. But I like I said, I just want to answer everything that's on here. I'm just reading what's over here. How much is the product discount? Does that discount increase as you get higher in rank? We get 25% off on products, so that's our discount. Unfortunately, it doesn't increase as we get higher in rank. But the higher in rank you are, the more income you'll get, so the more products you can get, right? The products are all actually pretty fairly priced. I mean, honestly, we have some of the newer workouts that they have been coming out with, they've made sure that they're around the $50-$60 price range. All right, guys, I know this is a ton of freaking information, and since I don't pay for this service, it'll probably tell us in about 5 minutes or so that we only have 10 minutes left. So does anyone else? Trisha said we also get the 25% off the sales that come up along the way. Exactly. That's a good point, Trisha. With the Team Cycle bonus, you're basically earning, is that what you meant, Trisha? The Team Cycle bonus? No? Okay. Do you want me to unmute you, or do you want to just type it? I'm glad I clarified, because I get confused easily. Oh, yes. They have different sales, like Black Friday and stuff like that. And I think, did we have a New Year's sale? I don't even remember. Or we had some kind of summer blowout sale. I think they had a New Year's sale too. Yeah. So they have all these really massive sales where they'll put a bunch of different workouts and different products on crazy sale, whatever, however you say that. Okay, cool. Anything else you guys can think of? Allie, I meant to ask you earlier, did that answer your question about the training? We get another 25% off that price, and that helps with building your own workouts. Totally. I totally almost just shaked up my Shakeology with the lid open. That would have been a chocolate mess all over my floor. That would have been disgusting. Anyway. I'm sure you guys wanted to know that. For any of you other coaches on here, do you guys have any questions that you have been asked this week that could possibly help answer people's questions? let me go through my list of stuff with you guys. So I kind of just wrote down the common misconceptions that people have about coaching, and I'll just like zoom through it real quick because in the Glance group, you guys have already seen all this stuff. So these are just some different misconceptions that people may have before they start this. Maybe you don't have the money, you feel like you're not a salesperson, you're not a fitness expert, you don't have the time, you're not super fit, you think Beachbody is a pyramid scheme, you feel like you need prior business experience. Excuse me. Only the people that started first make all the money. That one always cracks me up. My friend tried one of these kind of companies and it didn't work. And these are all completely like understandable, completely common things for us to all think. Like I remember when I started this, my sponsor, Lindsay, we worked together at the college that I worked at when I lived in Georgia before I moved here last year. And I remember signing up and like, I mean, I do not have any kind of prior background in this. Like I did food and beverage and I worked at a college. So anyways, I remember when I signed up with Lindsay, I'm like, girl, I am not a salesperson. I will probably not make any money at this. I don't care if I make money. I just want to help people. But I also thought it was a pyramid scheme because I didn't know that they were illegal and I didn't know how that all worked. Oh, Jamie raised her hand. Sorry, I just saw that. I guess that means she wants to talk. Jamie, does that mean you want to talk? Or maybe you can't type?
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
can't.
there you go.
I can't type for whatever reason, so I didn't want to interrupt you.
You're fine. Go ahead.
I was just going to chime in. I'm a coach about the money objection, about spending the money on the Shakeology for people who are interested in to see how it goes. One of my first goals was to earn back per month of the cost of my Shakeology. And it's a relatively small goal, but it's definitely for people who are on a budget and need to figure out exactly how to make the business work without investing too much money. Besides, like when I first started, I definitely bought the packets and sold them, like you mentioned before. But then my first big goal was to earn the money back with my customer base per month. So I was essentially drinking my Shakeology for free, if that makes sense. So that's something that potential coaches can think about too.
Yeah, but you totally exceeded that goal and like helped yourself. Yeah. I'm probably not going to explain it right. So why don't you explain it to everybody? I know it in my head. I just might not.
Well, okay. So when I signed on as a coach, it was January of 2014, and I was 5 months pregnant. Yeah. I think so. I really wasn't working out, and I didn't really know. I was hesitant because you have to be the proof the products work. You have to drink the shakes, and there's all this. If you Google Beachbody and Shakeology, there's so much information, so much conflicting things that you don't really know what to believe. So I didn't know if I could drink it Shakeology when I was pregnant. So I had so much hesitation. But then I took the packet to my OBGYN and she said, definitely, this is great stuff. And so that was my goal. My first goal was to earn the money back from drinking it. And then my second big goal was my full-time job. When I'm from maternity leave, I don't know if any of you guys know, but when you're on maternity leave, you don't get paid 100%. Well, my company only pays 60%. So it's a little rough. So my second goal was to make up for that. I wanted to earn that additional 40% in income. So I was on maternity leave for May, June, and July, and June and July and August were by far the most money I've ever made. So I exceeded my 40% goal. I pretty much matched my paycheck, so I was very happy, and it definitely piqued my interest to stay with the side business.
Yay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was a really good decision. I'm glad I took the leap and stuck it out.
Makes me happy, especially since I was just some weird random girl you met on Instagram one day.
Yeah, well, that that goes along with the hesitation factor too. But
Yeah.
now I tell Jess all the time that if we lived close, we would be best friends hanging out all the time.
I know. Jamie and I got to meet each other you had a layover here, right? Wasn't that what?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Leah, so it worked out great. It was in July, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right. Right before I moved. Thanks for sharing, girl. I think that's super helpful for people to hear and for people to think about too, and just to have that inspiration that you were able to do that, because that's what it's all about, is being able to provide for our families and help people, and like doing that all at the same time. Like, who doesn't want to like earn money from helping people? Excuse me. That's my favorite
Right.
thing about it. Anything else anyone wanted to ask? It is telling me now that we have 7 minutes and 2 seconds left before it cuts us off. So I can talk for another 6 minutes and 55 seconds now if anyone has any other questions they want to ask. Or maybe you just have like a hesitation you want to share. Like, I really feel like this is a pyramid thing, or I really don't know if I would do well at this, or just anything you have, totally lay it out there. Because I promise you, I've thought all of those things myself. Like, it took me a few months to decide that I was going to do this before I actually started it. I remember seeing Lindsay's posts. Lindsay's my sponsor. I remember seeing her post on Facebook all the time before I started. I'm like, that's so cool. Like, she's helping people like get healthy. I want to do that. But then I was like, no, I can't. So I had a lot of fears. I totally understand. But it's not about me. So I'm not going to talk about me. I want to talk about you guys. So if anyone else has anything, or if any of the coaches on the team want to say anything else, we now have 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Okay, well, I will talk for a minute. Oh, Brandy said, my husband asked, how long does it take to start making money? Honestly, Brandy, everyone, it's so different. Like, I didn't make any money, I think, for like my whole first month, but I didn't really put in a lot of effort. We also didn't have training when I first started. So with our training, we like to make it as easy as possible for you guys. Trisha said she made money in her second week. Everyone, thank you for saying that, because everyone is different. Like, not everyone takes as long to earn money as I did with this. Like my sponsor, Lindsay, I think she made $300 in her first week or two, but that's not everyone does that. So everyone is totally different. But we do have something new that I added to our new coach boot camp, like that I learned in Nashville. And it's basically a system of what you can use to talk to people about this as soon as you start, in a way that's not icky, not salesy at all. It's basically just talking to people that you know about it, but not asking them to be your customer, because that's probably the last thing you all want to do when you start this. I know that's how it was for me. But it makes it super simple. And the person that was teaching about this in Nashville said that people on their team implemented that, and they were earning like $300 in their first 24 hours just by implementing it. So I did just add that to our new coach boot camp. So that is available for all you guys. And that's what I was going to say in our last 4 minutes and 15 seconds that we have, is that if you have any other questions about anything that we talked about tonight, don't hesitate to reach out to me if I'm not already your friend on Facebook, because I know there's some of you on here that I didn't invite to this. So don't hesitate to send me a friend request on Facebook and ask me any other questions you have. But I also want to encourage you too, like, if this is something that you've thought about, then you gotta just push past the fear and just do it. Like, this whole thing that we've been talking about on my team lately is to just have like, excuse me, like have a totally just like F it mentality. Like, I know that sounds terrible, but we just have to like not let fear hold us back, because I'm a full believer that God puts these big dreams and big goals on all of our hearts for a reason, and that there's things that we are all supposed to do in this world. And if we let fear hold us back, and this is something I have to tell myself every day, Jessica, push yourself out of your comfort zone and just do it. So that is just like my biggest advice for you guys. If you've thought about it, then I really just encourage you, not because we're not trying to make you guys do anything you don't want to do. This is about you. And that's why I'm saying this, because I care and because I know how much fear I had in the beginning. So I want to help you guys be able to build your futures and build your dreams and live out your dreams and your goals that you have in place. So that's why I say that. That's my one tip that I would seriously have, is because I know I waited a really long time before I said yes to doing this. And that's my one, what's the word that I'm trying to look for? My one, whatever that word is, one thing I wish I could have changed is to not wait as long to sign up to do this. And then also what I was going to say is to get signed up, just reach out to the person that invited you to this call. We'll help you get started. We'll plug you into our New Coach Bootcamp. We did have a group that just started today, the New Coach Bootcamp training. We will also have a new one. I got to look at my calendar. Our next one will start on November 3rd. So you can join between now and then, and we can help you get trained up before the actual group starts. Excuse me. But once you get started, we'll send you the New Coach checklist that's going to break down everything that you need to know to get started as a coach. We'll get on the phone with you, talk about your goals, and we're going to make this literally like as simple as possible. Like, I like to say that I have failed my way to where I'm at so that I can teach the team how to do this in the easiest, most effective, simplest way as possible, because I care about you guys and I want to help you guys, like I said, live out your dreams and goals. So now it's telling me that I have less than a minute. So before it hangs up, I just want to thank you all for coming on here, and I can't wait to welcome you to the team. Again, don't hesitate to reach out if you have any more questions. Thanks for your time tonight and listening to my crazy self, and I'm excited to see all of you soon. I hope you have a good night. Bye.